In order to hit harder or throw better, you need to learn to turn your hips with leg drive. It is hard to do that in the gym because most things in the gym are about moving in a straight line up and down or hinging forward and back, but sports require rotation. One of the best ways that you can train rotation of your hip with leg drive is to practice heavy club swinging, specifically alternating circles combined with squats. Hello, this is Mark Wildman of Wildman Athletica, and today we are going to talk about a heavy club exercise that is designed to integrate leg drive, a squat, with hip turnover, with an inside circle and an outside circle. There are 4 directions you can rotate. Dominant hand inside towards our center line, like throwing a baseball or throwing a football. Dominant hand outside, like throwing a jab, and then non-dominant inside and outside. Most people end up with injuries in sports because their rotation could be better. The integration of all of their joints could rotate better together. Think of heavy club swinging as Paleolithic Olympic lifting that is all about rotating the ankle, knee, hip, spine, shoulder, elbow, and wrist together to make more integrated rotation in your movement. Let's demonstrate the final technique first, the alternating circle squat, and then we will go back and we will talk about all of the breakdown exercises that go into it, because there's a lot. With this exercise, we are going to point our feet straight ahead. We want our feet pointed straight ahead because if we are turned out and we start to rotate, we can start to do weird things to our knees. Pointing your feet straight ahead and then rotating allows us not to lean away from our hip, but learn to sit down into our hip. This is a simple idea, but it's not easy for people to understand. People will say that their feet naturally turn out. That's not true. They have naturally turned out because of the environment that they spend their time in, which is the modern Western world where they sit down a lot. In order to correct that, we point our feet straight ahead. We get 2 hands on our club. We bring it up to our order position. Order position is 90 degrees. We would like our knuckles in direct line with our arm. We're defining the movement by our top hand, the hand closest to the heavy part of the club. Other people will do it a different way. We define it this way because it's the way you define lead hand in two-handed sword fighting. People have been doing two-handed sword fighting for all of human history. We don't need to change words. We're just going to use common things. Inside means our top hand goes towards our center line. Without moving our feet, we are going to pivot our body. Hips, 45, spine, 45 for a total of 90. Push, swing, pull, catch. Decelerate, pull the elbow into the hip. If it's really heavy, you will come all the way back to full standing without moving our hip. Now outside, away from our center line, defined by the top hand. Pivot, put your weight in the rear leg opposite the club, rotate the spine, push, swing, pull, catch, come back to center, stand all the way up, squeeze the glutes, pull the belly button in, inside. Now it is same side leg drive. Leg drive, push, swing, pull, catch, back to center, create that pivot, learning to turn that hip over, outside. Now let's integrate the squat. We come back to center, we get down, down, down as low as possible. The circle into the squat. In the beginning, like a robot. When you're good at it, integrate them to get hip turnover. Stand up, turn, push, swing, pull, catch, back to center. Outside, top hand moves away from our center line. Push, swing, pull, catch, all the way down, as low as possible. Make your spine vertical. Stand up. As you're standing up, you're going to turn the hip over to create the push. Integrating leg drive with hip turnover. Stand up, hip turnover, pause. The circles integrate with the balance squat. With a lightweight, everything is easy. With a heavyweight, everything is hard. We're now going to go to the target weight that everybody should be going for if they're male, 50 pounds. For ladies, 70% of that. That's how CrossFit does it, 70% of what the men do. That would be 35 pounds. When it gets heavy, how you pick it up and put it down matters a lot. Push back, catch. Top hand needs to be in order position. Let's start with our squat now. Get down, down, down. Verticalize the spine, pull the shoulders back. Stand up. We're gonna do inside first, top hand towards our center line. Stand up, circle, and catch. Integrate the leg drive, outside circle, catch. Stand up, inside, catch, outside, and catch. Let's finish at the bottom, stand up and then set it down. Push back, park, set it down with good technique. This exercise goes into a big series of exercises. This goes into inside circle training, outside circle training, alternating circle training, which is a combination of inside and outside, where you learn to decelerate and change directions. And then it's combined with balanced squat training. Think of a balanced squat with a club like a very technical barbell Zercher squat or a sandbag squat. You are loaded in front. If your body pitches forward or pitches back too much, the club becomes infinitely heavy. The club only weighs 50 pounds if you can keep it straight up and down. The second it starts to tip, it weighs more. The more it tips, the heavier it gets. Heavy club swinging encourages better biomechanical alignment, the 8 key components of structure to improve endurance. The 8 key components of structure: foot alignment, pointed straight ahead, ankle, leg drive, which is knees, hip snap, which is engaging the glutes, crown to coccyx alignment. If you pitch out, the club becomes infinitely heavy. Everything is core engagement. The heavier the club, the harder your abs have to fire. The heavier the club, probably the thicker you will get in the waist because you will get hypertrophy in the muscles of your core. Shoulder pack, not letting your arms be dragged out of the socket. Elbow position and grip conformation. As you practice heavy club swinging, you are always practicing the 8 key components of structure. And endurance is the combination of structure, 8 key components, breathing, and movement. How long can you keep it together? The heavier the load, the faster you move, the harder it is. This is different than barbells. It is slightly different than kettlebells. Kettlebells are straight up and down. Clubs are all rotation. You should practice all of them. If you practice all of them, you will get strong, you will get strength endurance, you will get better alignment over time, and that will make you a better athlete. The whole point of clubs is they teach you to rotate better. Ankle, knee, hip, spine, core, shoulder, elbow, grip. Getting better at all of those things together and getting to heavier weights means you will turn your hip over better. And all those coaching cues about throwing better or hitting harder will make way, way, way more sense.